Hello, what's up? What's happening? Welcome to week number 6. This is the trade deadline, and we could go after a receiver, but I think that there's still positives from the play of AC Jammer. Maybe not so much from Jerome Mathis. He's older. He is explosive with 97 speed, but he's our kick returner, punt returner. But I do think AC Jammer has some skill that we can develop. Johnson has a little bit more of an uphill battle, only being at 71 overall as a rookie. One catch, went for a touchdown and 13 yards. So we will not be making a trade, but we're probably going to utilize Mercedes Lewis on the outside a little bit more, especially when we go two backs, bringing a tight end to replace him and Barry, and then put him out wide. So you have him on one side, and then you have Matt Jones on the other. Drew Bennett, 13 catches, 108 yards, 0 touchdowns. I think me and him, and along with David Boston, who has 9 catches, $135 and 0 touchdowns, we're like Mike Ditka and Buddy Ryan. We're better together. It might be a headache, but we're better together than we are apart. MJD, 143 yards rushing, 1 touchdown so far this season. He is the Raiders' backup running back to Lamont Jordan. Top rushing team is the Falcons, followed by the Broncos and the Skins. Patriots are right behind them. Houston is right behind the Patriots. The Buccaneers are in their top 10. The Bills are top 10. Steelers are top 10. I believe the Ravens are right at number 10. So we're on the outside behind the Raiders, the Bears, San Diego, the Panthers, and then you got the Jaguars at 555. But we are the number 1 passing team. So we right now are probably focusing on the wrong things. When we won the games that we've won is because we ran the ball better than the teams that we faced. It might have been closer, but we won the game. Ever since we got a little bit more pass happy, whether it's out of necessity or not, we've been losing these games. So Willis McGahee, he is your NFL Player of the Week. So is Adam Foote, both of the AFC Conference and the NFC. Billy Volek, look at him. I think David Carr should be starting, but he's like, hold everything. I'm your Player of the Week, and so is Will Witherspoon. Right now in the AFC South, we are on top. So as much as our offense maybe has struggled, although we're scoring 127 points so far this season, it could be worse. It could be worse. So right now we are 3-2. The Colts are 3-2. This is for first place in the AFC South. Let's get right to it. We're going to get the football first from our own 20-yard line. Leftward's going to go to Lewis. Split him to the left side, and he makes the catch on that comeback route. That's going to be a first down. Now we're going to run the ball with Jackson. Having Lewis over there, he should get some pancake blocks on the corner that's much smaller than him. So maybe running that way will help too. Now Leftwich, under pressure, escapes, tucks it, runs it, and has a first down for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So our offense looking good so far to start off. We get the ball to Fred Taylor. He's going to go backwards in the arms of Robert Mathis. Now Leftwich looking. Leftwich rolling right. Looking for Jerome Mathis. We got Rashawn Mathis, Robert Mathis. Have you ever seen so many Mathis in one place and it wasn't a family reunion? That pass should have been intercepted. It will fall to that turf, and we got to get the ball to the Colts for the first time today. So nothing on that first drive. They're going to give the ball to Gross. And John Gross is filthy. 30, 20, 10, 5. Give him 6. Touchdown. Indianapolis Colts, and just like that, one play, 91 yards, we find ourselves down. So we take the kickoff to the 19-yard line. I'm going to give it to Jackson here, and we got to feed the beast, run the ball. The goal is to get him 25 carries. If he gets like 35 touches with catching the ball, I'll take that. But he needs 25 carries. We need to run the ball around 35 times per game. There goes AC Jammer. This is who I think he can be. Can he do it consistently, though, is the question. Good play there. Fred Taylor, north and south, and that's going to result in a nice game. Going to get the carry here. There's a flag down, and it's going to be holding. So instead of third down and a couple of inches, it's going to be second down and 15. Leftwich looking under pressure, and Leftwich going down. So it's going to be third down and forever, ever. We're going to spread things out. 4 receivers in the formation. Jones to the right side. 3 receivers bunch to the left. And Freeney gets in there for the sack. So the Colts get back-to-back sacks to end our drive. Manning and the Colts get the ball for the second time. His first pass complete to the newest Colt, Robert Ferguson. They got Ferguson on the left, Reggie Wayne on the right, Dallas Clark at tight end, Gross at running back, and then George Turner as their slot receiver. They test Johnson, that was to Turner, and Johnson is able to get a hand in there and bat that thing away. Our first pick of this past year's draft. They go up the gut, and now Prescott is shaken up. In the first half, I try to play with Johnson. Second half, I try to play with Prescott. It might be the water show, and we get a hand in there with Williams, and that's going to result in a turnover or a punting situation, not quite a turnover on downs as we run the ball here with Steven Jackson. Big block to the left side by Mercedes Lewis, and that again should help our rushing attack. At one point was as high as 3. We had a top 3 rushing attack. That was about a couple of weeks ago. Second down and 2, we're going to run the ball. Pancake block number 1, pancake block number 2. Freeney with all that speed chases down Jackson, but the rushing attack looking good. And now we go to the air off the play fake. I was expecting them to bite a little bit harder than they did. So the Colts defense gets a sack to end the first quarter. Start the second, we will find Jones, and we're in field goal range right here, right now, but we want more than that. We throw it to AC Jammer, and the rookie receiver having his best day so far. First down and 10, we're going to run the ball with Jackson. Jackson going to break a tackle and then brought down after a gain of just 3 feet. So second down, 9 yards to go. We're going to find Mr. Johnson, Brett Johnson, rookie receiver with his second catch of the season. Leftwich looking downfield, throws it to Jackson. I believe that is 3 receiving touchdowns, and I want to say almost in the last 3 weeks. Versus the Titans, the Texans, and now the Colts. He has receiving touchdowns, and that's a good look because he might mess around and get Offensive Player of the Year the way he's playing so far this season, but we got to get those rushing numbers back up. And last week was a struggle versus the Seattle Seahawks, who have Ray Lewis in the middle. It's going to be tough to run against him. Play fake there. Manning with all day in the pocket. Still has the football. Now he lets it fly downfield. It's going to be caught by Wayne. He got the better of Johnson, and Mathis came back to the football. That's always confusing for the defensive backs on where the ball is, and he makes the play. It's going to be second down and 10 after that incompletion, and Gross goes backwards, loss of 1. Third down and 11. Ferguson breaks a tackle, but had a long way to go. Can't quite get to that orange line, so they got to settle for a field goal. Kick is up. Kick is going to be good. Mathis on the kick return. And Mathis takes this one up to the 21-yard line. Leftwich looking, has Buchanan wide open. Usually he's short-handed, but this time he drops the football. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. He gets brought down after a solid game. Third down, 6 yards to go. Leftwich surveys the field, throws it to Jackson underneath, and they're going to give him the first down. Looked pretty close, but they're going to say he crossed that orange line. And now when the pressure is Leftwich, and Simon gets in there for another sack. So the Colts defense continues to harass our quarterback. We throw it to the flat. Jackson runs a man over. He's loose. Jackson to the 50, 40. Jackson to the 30. Steven Jackson to the 20 and forced out of bounds at the 12. Rumble, young man, rumble. We give it to Fred Taylor here. And he's going to get brought down by June. Leftwich rolling right, under pressure, and throws it away. So after a big play, we're looking at third down and around 11. We can get a first down without getting a touchdown. We go for the whole enchilada, and we come up empty. So we will settle for a field goal. The kick by Scobie is perfect, and it is now a 10-10 ball game between the two best teams in the AFC South. Ferguson going to work his way upfield, brought down by Shields, and now he's slow to get up. And I guess Houston might have something to say about that. Although we did beat Houston, the Colts lost to Houston. And both teams, as you know, are 3-2 going into this week's contest, as Gross has 4 carries and over 100 yards. That's a crazy stat line right there. That pass broken up by Mathis, intended for Reggie Wayne. Third down and 4. They come out with the 12 personnel. Adai, who used to be the starter way back when, is now relegated to the third down back roll. That pass caught by Dallas Clark. They were not giving forward progress. Johnson saves a first down there. And we took over with a chance to score and take the lead for the first time today as AC Jammer comes across, brought down by Sanders, who we know has injury issues. He's going to have to leave stage left yet again. First down and 10. Leftwich over the middle. Going to find Jones. He gets wrestled down quickly. Pickup of around 6. Second down and 4. We spread things out. Lewis at tight end, but lined up in the slot. Jones makes a catch on that right side, and that's going to be a chain mover. Minute 15 on the clock here in the second quarter. That pass broken up, thrown into a crowd of blue jerseys. And they make the play there. Second down, 10 yards to go. Jackson gets open, brought down quickly, but has a gain of around 7. So third down and 3. Leftwich looking for Jones, and Jones has the football bounce off of his hands. And now the Colts have it from their own 20 with 35 seconds on the clock. Manning throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. 31 seconds to work with. Manning steps right, throws it left, caught by Wayne, brought down by Mathis. They don't call a timeout. And I don't know they were going to snap it there, but Henderson jumps off sides. Instead of 3rd and 6, it's 3rd and 1. They run the ball, and Lee is there for the stop, and that's going to bring the first half to an end. So 10-10 is the score. Both teams are moving the ball very well. We have more total yards, but it's a tie ball game, so who really cares? And now our defense has to go back out there on the field to try to stop Peyton Manning, Gross, and Reggie Wayne. Gross up the gut, and that's going to result in a gain of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go. Manning throws it before the hit comes, nearly intercepted there. Now Manning is shaken up. So bring in Van Pelt. It used to be Ponder as their backup. Now they throw it to the left side. That pass is incomplete, and we basically force a 3 and out, which is perfect for us. Now let's get back to the ground game. Going to see Palmer for the first time today, and he goes nowhere. Second down, 10 yards to go. Leftwich sets his feet, throws a straight to Jones, who gets out of a tackle. Jones is off to the races. Bob Sanders, who's back in the ball game, saves a touchdown barely. Palmer gets to carry again, and Dwight Freeney gets to stop there. Leftwich looking downfield, throws it, caught by Jackson. Jackson might not have all the carries that we want today so far. Still a lot of football to be played, but he is getting the ball through the air. They run the ball with them there. We're inside the 10. Steven Jackson, if he gets a block from Buchanan on Sanders, he's going to score. We give it to Jackson here on the next play, and he does get in the end zone. Steven Jackson, another touchdown. I think he's up past 10 total touchdowns, and it's only week number 6. He could have a phenomenal season. And again, he's not the only running back that scores touchdowns. Fred Taylor has gotten in the end zone a couple of times already this season as well. That pass caught by Turner, brought down by Murphy. Waters is out there at free safety. He's more of a strong safety, but he's our 3rd best safety overall. So he's in for Prescott, who's shaken up. Wayne makes the catch right there. They cross midfield with a first down. Manning lets it fly deep. Somehow that's caught by Turner. Peyton Manning, he just lets it fly, and somehow it finds the target. Manning again lets it go. Caught by Clark, but the hit by Paul Pruitt knocks that football up out of there. Big hit by our second-year linebacker. So second down and goal. The Colts find themselves down by 7. Gross is the deep back. They're going to go with the toss play. Runs over Waters and takes it to the crib. This man goes 5'5", around $190, and he is like a wrecking ball out there, a bowling ball. Just a 5'5", 190 Tonka truck. Ridiculous. He's out himself a game to remember, and they have a running game in Indianapolis with Peyton Manning. Oh my gosh, the South could be on notice. That's what we're trying to create here in Jacksonville with Jackson and, of course, Byron Leftwich. Mathis is shaking up, got us some good field position up to the 24-yard line, but he's going to have to leave the field. We run the ball, we go backwards 1. We come on 11 personnel. We're going to get sacked yet again. We just can't protect Leftwich consistently. Leftwich looking downfield, rolling right, pump faking. Now he throws it away, and we go 3 and out. So the Colts have all the momentum in a tie ball game. Manning looking to throw it, finds Johnson, but he can't make the catch there. They're going to run the ball with Gross, picks up a block, brought down by Johnson, gain of 9. They're 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Can they connect the dots and move the chains here? Manning surveys the field. Fumble! Picked up. Big man with ball. First down. He took Johnson for a ride that he did not even want to be on. But man, oh man, the old lineman, I believe it was with Fabian, he got up in there and did his thing. They will remember that forever in Colts lore. They're going to throw this one up top. It's caught. Clark getting busy. Dallas has a first down. Peyton 9 of 18 for $155. They fake the run. They throw it to the end zone, intercepted by Mathis. They're going to say he's brought down at the 3. I'm about to say Robert, that's their Mathis. Rashawn Mathis, our Mathis, going to get this one and have it going the other way via the pick. Jackson picks up 4 yards. Jackson in the eye. Going to pick up another decent game. Big hit laid upon him by Freeney. 3rd down and 3. Leftwich looking for Lewis, and we can't connect the dots there. The Colts take over. This should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Gross breaks a tackle brought down by Waters, and we're headed to the 4th all tied up. 2nd down and 6, 17-17 ball game. Gross is loose. 30, 20, Gross down to the 15. Johnson saves a touchdown. They find Dallas Clark with a beautiful pass, and that's going to result in a gain of 7. 12 personnel. Benson's their 2nd string tight end. Gross, he gets the carry, brought down by Thomas. 3rd down and 1. Big boys on big boys. Goal line formation on goal line formation. And Stroud with the takedown, but after Gross picks up a 1st down, and now Benson catches it as they split him out wide like we do Mercedes Lewis, and that's a touchdown. Just box out the DB and cross the goal line with ease. So now the Colts find themselves up by 7. Mathis going to work his way upfield to the 27 after he's cleared to go back into the ballgame. Leftwich looking for Johnson, broken up by the corner on Jones. He was just in the right spot, got his hand on the football, big play there. We found Barry, who we did not get a catch to. He played Seattle last week, the team that drafted him. We tried. He had about 3 or 4 targets. All of them fell incomplete. Leftwich under pressure. Leftwich sacked again. 2nd down and 15. We throw it. Jones makes the catch. That's a gain of 14, but there's a flag. Jackson grabbed the face mask, so automatic 1st down inside Colts territory. Going to find Jammer here. The contact would not knock the ball loose more times than not with Jammer. If he gets hit by the same time he catches the ball, he doesn't catch the ball. That run play goes nowhere. Only Jackson can find success running the ball today. We throw it to Jackson, who's also finding success as a receiver, and he gets this one down to about the 20 with a fresh set of 10. We throw it to the flat, caught by Buchanan, and our fullback getting involved with a gain of 10 in the 1st down. Jackson up the gut, big blocking, and a touchdown. Dwight Freeney went upfield as if to try to go after the quarterback. We snuck it right in behind him, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Jaguars. And this football game is all tied up at 24. Ferguson with a nice kick return up to about the 28-yard line. Gross getting nasty again all the way to the secondary before he gets touched. They fake it to him. Manning throws it. Turner catches it. Waters was in position but couldn't quite get a hand on the football. Manning, right side, incomplete, not even really close to Reggie Wayne. Now they spread things out. Manning left side, throws it. Ferguson back in, makes another catch just to leave again. Ferguson playing hurt but making plays, and he's paying the price. They run the ball, Gross breaks a tackle, coughs it up, but the Colts are there for the recovery. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 11 as they hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Manning from the gun. Throws it, and it's going to be hauled in by Clark. They get a little bit closer to that orange line and get a 1st down. Not getting a touchdown, and Hayward gets the sack. 2 minutes on the clock. Send out the field goal team. The kick by Vinatieri is up and good. So it's 27-24. Mathis to the 10 to the 15. Mathis to the 20. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to get dragged down at around the 23-yard line. 1st down and 10. We spread things out. 5 receivers going to find Jammer again. The rookie putting together his best Sunday as a pro. And Leftwich on 20 completions has 309 passing. He's probably going to have more than that. We're going to come back and win this thing. We're going to throw it. No, we're going to go backwards. Freeney another. Not 1, not 2, but 3 sacks today. 2nd down and 18. Leftwich looking. Has Jackson wide open. And Jackson loose. Breaks a tackle down in bounds though. So the clock continues to move. A minute on the clock. Looking downfield is Leftwich and another sack. Just sack after sack after sack. But Leftwich is staying healthy, which is a good look because our backup quarterback situation is not like it used to be. That pass caught by Jackson. We no longer have Carr. We no longer have Garrard. It's going to be, who will it be? Kyle Orton most likely going to come into the ball game, and who knows how that's going to go. If not him, Orlowski and who knows how that's going to go. So good thing he's staying healthy. We do pick up a first down. We throw it to Lewis. We go nowhere there. Second down and 10. Looking for Jones, who makes the catch. Brought down just shy of the first down. We burn our first timeout. 15 seconds on the clock. Jackson makes another catch. I believe he has like 8 catches today. It's been incredible to watch. First down and 10. Leftwich under pressure. Gonna get hit from behind. Number 7 is going to have to get some icy hot from Shaq when this is all over. That pass going to fall incomplete, and now it's going to be 27-24. Can we tie this one up with 3 seconds on the clock? The kick is going to be good, and this game is headed to overtime. So 27-27 is the score. We would win the toss. We have Mathis back there who's been busy. Had up over 100 yards total in returns. He's going to get another chance here from inside his own 5. Up to the 15. Got a block. Gets another. He's loose. Gets another block. Crosses the 40 and brought down right at the 42-yard line. We go with a play fake. Leftwich fires it. And it's going to be picked off. Just when you thought this game was going to go the Jaguars' way, we throw a pick to start overtime. We said all season long we want to run the ball. We want to get Palmer going. We want to get Fred Taylor his touches. We want to throw the ball, when we have to. We didn't have to right there. We throw a pick. Manning's first pass incomplete. Second pass of overtime. Caught by Wayne and now in field goal range officially. First and 10, 12 personnel. They're going to run the ball with Gross. And Lee is there not Lee, but Pruitt. The linebacker lines up behind him. That pass caught by Wayne as we engage. Jake trying to stop the run. Instead, they passed it. Mathis with the touchdown saving stop. Vinatieri comes in and knocks it home. And the Indianapolis Colts, can we say survive? Can we say escaped? They didn't beat us down. But man, oh man, that defense led by Freeney was after us, and after us some more. And that's all they can really do. Looking at their numbers, they're not great, because we're going to see their numbers again. They're not great versus the run. They're not great versus the pass. All they really have is the ability to get after the quarterback, and we allow them to do that. Fred Taylor, 3 carries for 4 yards. 3 carries for Palmer for -4 yards. And then Jackson had 17 runs for 97. A couple more runs, maybe things work out different. Jackson also caught 9 passes for $152 and a touchdown. Jones went over 100. AC Jammer, 5 for 69. Best day for him. And then we got Barry a catch. That's 1 catch for him in the past 2 weeks. Got to get him more involved. We just have to execute the game plan. The game plan was working early on. We were in close games our first couple of weeks, but when we were able to run the ball, it worked out for us. Now, the Titans game got out of hand, obviously. The Titans game got out of hand, and it is what it is. We had to throw the ball close to 50 times. We were down running the ball, and we were going to try to run the ball in that game. If you remember, Steven Jackson fumbled it in like the third quarter, and they scored again on a scoop and score, and that just kind of changed the outcome of that game as far as us running the ball. We had to pass it just to try to keep up with the Titans in that one. Anyways, moving forward, this is week 5, game of the week. Washington hands the Falcons the first loss of the season. Volek, another decent game, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Then you got the Bengals losing to the Texans. So us and the Texans are still 3-3. You got the Bears over the Seahawks. The Titans, they beat the Dolphins, and they already had their bye. So the Titans are 3-2. So the Colts have a winning record. The Titans have a winning record. And now the Houston Texans and the Jaguars are at the bottom of the division, both at 3-3. It's just crazy how this season is playing out so far. Niners, they fall to the Cardinals. And then we have a bye week 7. And the Colts and the Patriots playing their game of the week. And look at the Colts defense. Again, 31st defense, 27th versus the run, 28th versus the pass. And we allowed them to do the only thing that they could do, get after the quarterback. So again, we might have to change up the game plan from week to week, but we have to go in with the blueprint, which is run the flipping ball and run it with success, and even run it when it might not be the wisest to run it on like a 2nd down and long. Like, who knows? We just got to feed the ball to Jackson, because then at least we won't get sacked. You feel me? All right, so we are outside of the playoffs right now. The playoffs start today. When we started this episode, we were on top of the AFC South. And now we are not even in the playoffs, because the Titans, as of right now, would have the last playoff spot at 3-2. Obviously, we have a lot of football to play, but my goodness gracious, how things have turned around. That's going to do it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day. Tune in again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce.